story of the day is, of course, about President Cyril Ramaphosa, who spent a second morning giving evidence at the state capture inquiry. Ramaphosa has been questioned on the funding for his CR17 campaign, claiming he was far removed from the finances of that campaign because the managers did not want him to know. He's also been questioned on Bosasa'a's funding of the ANC. So how convincing has Ramaphosa's testimony as the ANC president been today? Professor Sipho Siepe, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Institutional Support at the University of Zululand, UniZulu, is joining us now on the Midday View at this hour to give us some of his perspective. Prof, good afternoon. It's the first part of day 2 of ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa giving testimony at the Zondo Commission of Inquiry. Overridingly, your impressions so far, how is he coming across?
Well, I think this is an easy part of Ramaphosa's testimony. Remember, he takes a position or has been invited as a president of the ANC. And he has been very articulate and eloquent and straightforward in terms of accepting that the ANC has erred, that the ANC has fallen short of what was expected of it in terms of living up to the values of the Constitution. So President Ramaphosa comes in here already with that admission. It makes things a bit easier because there's no sense of refusal to accept that the ANC has failed. But what he has also done this time, whereas in the past he was willing to say the ANC is accused number one, he has moved to a stage where he says there's nothing wrong with the organization. It is simply the individuals. And in that, he has sought to distance the ANC from some of the elements within the movement who have been found to be wanting. So that way, it is more about protecting the integrity of the ANC. And also, that's very important, especially in light of the fact that we'll soon be having local elections. If you are going to say the ANC has failed and the ANC is accused number one, you will be also sending a wrong message. So what he's trying to do is to say, consistent with the position that was taken at NASREC, to say the organization must deal with corruption, and consistent with also the decision by the NEC, he could go to the commission to say, yes, we may have erred, yes, we may have abetted state capture, but we are self-correcting, and these are the measures that we're taking. So when you come across like that, it comes out more to say, maybe we can still give this organization another chance. But the challenge that when you deal with corruption is that it must be dealt with consistently, and there should be nothing that is hidden. So it does come as no surprise that the issue of CR17 comes into the picture. And as you know, a court has ruled on this. So Zondo raising these issues will not be so much of assistance, because what it will mean is that he'll be undermining the very court ruling that where the court has expressed itself on this matter.
It seems to me, Prof, that he has, the ANC President Ramaphosa, he's sort of, in a way, disarming any hard questioning by just saying upfront, I concede, in hindsight, we could have done things differently, we've learned from our mistakes, we want to do things differently going forward, like positioning, as you said, the ANC as this new organization, or this organization that can renew itself. Has it been convincing?
Well, I mean, the people who would listen to his statement should go back to that this statement has been made many times in the past about how the organization is self-correcting. And issues that he had raised around the careerism, around factionalism, you just have to go back to the time when Ramaphosas was the Secretary General. He was making the same noise to say, in our movement, we have seen vote buying, we have seen careerism, we have seen factionalism. So all the sins of incumbency that Ramaphosa talks about were the same things that they were expressed in the ANC in the 2007 in the report by Secretary General then Ramaphosas. So the issue is whether the people are willing to believe this time that the repeat of accepting that there's something wrong will lead to a resolution. But you cannot run away from also the fact that until there's transparency, because our courts have always dealt with openness, the issue of consistency. But what we found most dishonest is that the people who always call for transparency, when it comes to Ramaphosa, they are not willing to call for that level of transparency. This is why they are rarely likely to raise the issue of CR17. Of course, there are some who have actually taken a view that maybe to shut those who are raising this issue, it will be important for Ramaphosa to come in to say what is there to hide in this CR17.
So far, he's been saying that there was nothing to hide. He said the money was not used to buy votes. But it's going to be interesting what happens next in the afternoon as they head to the last leg. Professor Siepe, thanks for those few insights at this hour on the Midday View. Let me bring